Life can be tough, and sometimes it feels like the world has turned its back on you. But in moments of despair, a single act of kindness can change everything. Today, we share the story of a young woman who had nowhere to go, and the single dad who opened his heart and his home when she needed it most. It all began on a rainy evening in a small town. Emma, a 22-year-old college student, had just left her apartment after an argument with her roommates. She had been struggling with money, school, and family problems, and that night, everything seemed to collapse at once. With no money left for a hotel and no friends available to help, Emma wandered through the streets, soaked by the pouring rain, unsure of where she could go. Her phone battery had died hours ago, and she had no way to reach anyone. The city lights blurred in the rain, reflecting her despair back at her. Emma felt small, invisible, and utterly alone. She tried to gather her thoughts, reminding herself that this was temporary, but deep down, fear and hopelessness were creeping in. She needed a miracle, though she didn't know it yet. Meanwhile, just a few blocks away, a single father named Michael was finishing his day at work. Michael was a kind-hearted man in his late 30s, raising his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, on his own. Life hadn't been easy for Michael either. After his wife passed away 5 years ago, he had juggled full-time work, parenting, and everything in between. But he had never let his hardships steal his compassion for others. As Michael drove home that evening, he noticed someone standing on the corner, drenched from the rain, looking utterly lost. Something about the girl's expression struck him. She seemed exhausted, defeated, and completely alone. Without hesitation, he pulled over. "Hey, are you okay?" he asked gently. Emma looked up, startled. Her eyes were red from crying, and she wasn't used to strangers showing concern. I'm fine," she muttered, though her voice cracked. Michael smiled softly. "You don't look fine. Do you need a ride somewhere? Or somewhere to stay for the night?" Emma hesitated. She wasn't sure if she could trust him. After all, the world had taught her to be cautious. But there was something genuine in Michael's eyes, something that told her he meant no harm. I don't have anywhere to go," she admitted quietly. Michael nodded, understanding immediately. "Then stay here," he said simply. "Come on, get in the car. I'll take you somewhere safe." Emma felt a wave of relief wash over her. For the first time in hours, she felt a small glimmer of hope. She followed Michael to his car, shivering and soaked, and they drove to his home just a few miles away. When they arrived, Michael's daughter, Lily, ran to greet them. She looked curiously at Emma but didn't say a word. Michael showed Emma a towel and a change of clothes, and for the first time that night, Emma felt the warmth of genuine human kindness. Over dinner, Michael and Emma talked about her struggles. She told them about her financial difficulties, the argument with her roommates, and how alone she had felt. Michael listened patiently, never judging, only offering support and understanding. Lily, sensing her father's compassion, was gentle and welcoming, offering Emma a place to sit next to her and sharing her favorite dessert. That night, Emma slept in a warm, dry bed, a luxury she hadn't had in weeks. Michael made sure she had everything she needed, from clean clothes to a hot shower. But more than anything, he gave her something money couldn't buy, a sense of safety, belonging, and human connection. The next morning, Emma woke up feeling a little lighter. She was still dealing with her problems, but the weight of loneliness had been lifted just enough for her to see a way forward. Michael made breakfast for both of them, and they shared laughter and stories as if they had known each other for years. Lily even gave Emma a handmade card welcoming her to their home, which made Emma's heart swell with gratitude. Over the following weeks, Michael continued to help Emma. He offered her a temporary place to stay while she figured out her next steps. He connected her with local resources, helped her update her resume, and even offered advice on budgeting and living independently. He never asked for anything in return, showing Emma that kindness doesn't require compensation, it only requires an open heart. Through Michael's support, Emma was able to secure a small apartment and a part-time job, slowly rebuilding her life. But what stayed with her most wasn't the roof over her head or the food on her plate, it was the lesson that human connection can be a lifeline. She had learned that even in the darkest moments, someone out there is willing to offer compassion, no questions asked. Emma never forgot Michael's generosity. Years later, she would tell friends about the single dad who had saved her from the streets, a man who had reminded her that even strangers can make the world a better place. She stayed in touch with Michael and Lily, often visiting them, bringing gifts, and sharing milestones in her life. Michael's actions also inspired others in their community. Word of his kindness spread, encouraging neighbors and friends to help those in need. One small act had created a ripple effect, showing how compassion can change lives, not just for one person but for many. Looking back, Emma realized that it wasn't just the material help that mattered. It was the empathy, the listening, the willingness to be present without judgment. In that single night of kindness, she had experienced something life-changing, a reminder that we are never truly alone, and that even the smallest gestures can have monumental impact. Lily also learned an invaluable lesson. Watching her father help someone in need taught her about empathy, generosity, and the importance of standing by others in difficult times. Michael had not only helped Emma, he had shaped his daughter into a compassionate young girl who understood the power of kindness. Emma's story is a powerful reminder that sometimes, life's most profound changes come from unexpected sources. The world can feel harsh, and people may struggle silently, but a simple act of compassion can alter someone's entire trajectory. Whether it's offering a place to stay, lending an ear, or simply showing someone that they are seen, every act of kindness counts. For those watching this story, let it serve as a call to action. Look around you, there may be someone in your community who is struggling quietly. You might not have all the answers, but offering your time, your understanding, or even a simple gesture of care could change their life in ways you cannot imagine. Emma's journey from despair to hope shows us that even in moments of hopelessness, human kindness shines through. It reminds us that we all have the power to make a difference in someone's life. Michael's decision to say, "Stay here," was more than just an invitation to spend the night. It was a lifeline, a beacon of hope, and a testament to the profound impact of empathy. So today, take a moment to be the Michael in someone's life. Offer your kindness freely, without expectation, and watch how it transforms not just the world around you, but your own heart as well. You never know whose life you might change with a simple, heartfelt gesture. Emma's story didn't end with that rainy night, it began there. Because kindness has a way of multiplying, of growing in ways we can't predict. And in that multiplication, we see the true beauty of human connection, the power to lift someone from despair, to remind them that they are not alone, and to show that even in the darkest times, hope still exists. In the end, Emma learned that it's okay to accept help, that it's okay to trust others, and that human compassion is a force capable of extraordinary change. And Michael, the single dad who opened his home and his heart, showed us all that sometimes, the simplest words, "Stay here," can mean the world to someone who feels lost. Let this story inspire you to be kind, to listen, and to open your heart to those in need. Because in a world that can sometimes feel cold and uncaring, it is kindness that reminds us what it means to be human.